Good morning from the heart of New York City. This is a Better Self Daily Show dedicated to one thing: to learn and apply to live as a better self daily. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal trainer, your personal nutritionist, your personal health and wellness coach, your fellow biohacker, and just someone with a lot of passion for healthy living, healthy eating, healthy food, movement, nutrition, fitness, longevity, biohacking, and just feeling your best, looking your best, and performing your best on all levels. Today is Wednesday, and we are going to be talking about one topic that I'm often asked about, and it's six-pack abs, abdominals, or really lean middle section. Like, how do you get it? Like, a lot of people have successes losing weight everywhere but their middle section, and they wonder, like, how do you stay lean in your middle section even when you have, a little bit more fat on your legs or on your bum? How is it you always have six-pack, and how do people who are like you do that? So, and it's actually not that complicated at all. Well, first and foremost, guess it. It's all about nutrition, but more importantly, it's not about calories, but it's about your blood sugar control. Blood sugar control through your food, blood sugar and insulin control through your food. So why some people have really easy time having six-pack abs or really lean middle section, and why people have a lot of problems. I mean, these days more and more people have a lot of problems with midsection. Just Google belly fat or belly fat loss. It's like the most Googled topic in weight loss movement. So why a lot of people have a lot of problems with middle section these days? Because a lot of people eat foods that raise their blood sugar all the time, meaning foods with processed carbohydrates, in particular processed sugars and processed grains. But take almost any food these days, there is some sugar, there is some kind of processed grains or processed stuff that raises your blood sugar. And even foods that are not high in carbohydrates but are highly processed and have foods that create allergic reactions in your body, like even dairy, or take genetically modified soy, or any kind of product that contain corn or high fructose corn syrup, any kind, or vegetable oils that also create a lot of inflammation. So anything that also creates inflammation and allergic reactions, even mild allergic reactions in your body, that's also going to contribute to more fat around your internal organs and in your middle section, plus stress levels, plus not enough sleep, not managing just your lifestyle choices well enough. It all contributes to fat on the middle section. But let's come back to nutrition. So the most important thing is blood sugar control through your food. So what I do, and people do who succeed having really lean middle section, is we eat a really balanced meal that don't raise blood sugar, meaning avoiding all the processed crap, of course, but also just combining your meals, making sure that every meal has fiber, that every meal has protein and healthy fats, that slows down the absorption on any kind of carbohydrates in your food, and also gives the energy and releases the blood sugar into your bloodstream slowly. And that helps you to keep your insulin levels down, and that helps you to have really lean midsection. So when it comes to nutrition and having flat belly, having six-pack abs, it's not about calories at all. It's like the last thing you should be worried about. What you should be worried about is eating high quality, natural, unprocessed foods that do not have all the food that can create inflammation, allergic reactions, but most importantly, they do not contain processed carbohydrates in the form of processed sugars and processed grains. And then you don't have to count calories. Like, sometimes I can eat 5,000 and 6,000 calories and nothing happens to my belly because I eat healthy fats, I eat a lot of fiber, I eat whole foods, I eat protein, all of that keep my blood sugar stable, and that's why I never have problems these days anymore with belly fat. But I used to when I was actually a raw vegan, and I used to eat a lot of fruits, and a lot of my meals would be just fruits that would raise my blood sugar really high, really fast, and I could never get the same stomach as I have now, even though I was running like 10 miles a day. So now I run almost never and have six-pack abs. So see, it works. I know that. I worked with many clients. I have a lot of my friends and family. So the same thing happens to everyone. As soon as you control your blood sugar through your food, your insulin, and you pay attention to your stress management, belly fat melts away like magic. So this is the first thing. Control your blood sugar, control your insulin through the right kind of nutrition choices. The second thing, when you lose belly fat, don't expect to have six-pack abs just because you lost fat. You can have, some definition. Of course, we all have some muscle there. But if you don't work out your abdominals with heavy weights, then you're not going to have really good definition, because in order to have six-pack abs, it's still a muscle. You need to work with weights to challenge it. So I do a lot of leg raises. So I have ankle weights that go up. Each of them go up to 10 pounds. I put them on and I do leg raises either on the bench or hanging leg raises. And that's how I work with heavy weights on my abdominals, and that's why when I lose fat, I really have the definition and the muscle and six-pack abs, because I also, work with weights on my abs. So don't just do, unlimited crunches. Not gonna help you. You gotta do something. It might be for you, even just simple leg raises might be hard enough, but make sure that you feel the burn, and you cannot do more like say 20 to 30 repetitions. Otherwise it's just not effective and your muscle not gonna develop. So this is the second advice, to actually develop the definition in your abs once you start losing fat. And the third, I think, overlooked advice or tip or technique is always pay attention to your posture. Always try to keep your stomach engaged. So when you stand up, make sure that it's tight, that it's not protruding forward. Make sure that you suck it in during the day, a few times. Pay attention that you breathe the way you're supposed to breathe with your diaphragm, the whole day. That trains your muscle, and you might not believe it, but those smaller movements, those small improvements work on your posture, keeping your stomach engaged throughout the day. That really, really makes a difference, because that's what you do for as long as you're awake. I don't know how many hours, 16 hours or 17, 18 hours. But anyway, when you engage your stomach for longer periods of time in micro ways like that, just engaging your stomach, keeping your posture straight, keeping your stomach engaged all the time, sucking it in a few times, breathing with your diaphragm, that also going to develop really good definition in your abs. So here you go, 3 strategies that not so many people talk about to develop awesome abs, six-pack abs. So first, of course, you got to work on your nutrition and make sure that please do have balanced meals that control your blood sugar and don't raise your insulin levels. And also stress management is important. The second advice is to work with weights on your abdominals too, if you want to have amazing definition and six-pack abs, because muscle do not grow just because you lose fat. You need to work with weights on your muscles. And the third thing, engage your abs throughout the day through keeping your posture straight, keeping your core engaged at all times, breathing through your diaphragm, and just doing, sucking in motions from time to time when you think about it. And that's it. You're going to have amazing abs, six-pack abs. There is no real secret to it. You just got to understand your biochemistry and you got to work on it. So that's it for today. Let me know what you think. If you have more questions, if you need exercises for your abs, more details on nutrition, shoot me email to Angela@createyourself.today. Angela@createyourself.today. Thank you for listening, guys. If you're in New York, stay warm, stay dry. It's snowing already and windy. And till next time, live as a better self today. And do some leg raises for me.